Hello everyone, I'm OCDsaster and this is OCDsaster Blue, my Sonic exclusive channel where everything we do here is Sonic related, so if that sounds like something your speed, consider checking out some other videos and subscribing after watching this one. In today's video, I wanted to get back to some CrossWorlds content. Now, we are at the very end of the wait for this game. It comes out next month and I could not be more excited. I am so pumped to finally get my hands on this game. I know they had some beta tests. I know some people were able to get some early access to it. I have not had a chance yet to play it, but I wanted to go over something that's very important to me when it comes to video games and kart racers, and that is unlocking content. I think unlocking content is a very fun way of getting people to stay engaged with a game, and ever since I was a kid I really loved unlocking characters, especially in stuff like Super Smash Bros. Melee, where unlocking characters could be more of a challenge and you had to do specific things and play through different modes and games within that game in order to get those characters, and I just really enjoyed that. And I feel like over the years a lot of publishers, a lot of game developers have gone away from that. A lot of like FOMO. Of course you have like battle passes and season passes and DLC where you literally just, swipe your credit card to get characters. I understand that's just the practice that these video game companies do these days. However, I do think a lot of games are now just giving you characters like straight up, where you just have the full roster to begin with. And I think there's a balancing act. I actually want to go back to Smash Bros. Real quick and mention Smash Ultimate. At first, when they revealed that all the characters were going to be locked in Smash Ultimate except the main roster from the 64, I got super excited because I would be able to get that dopamine of unlocking characters again. That challenge of, trying to see how I'm going to get these characters, and it was just a whole lot of, excitement on my end. And then once I played the game, I realized, there's no special way to unlock these characters, really. Sure, there's different like pathing depending on which characters you play for classic mode. That's kind of boring. But there's no like finish adventure mode within an even time limit to get Luigi, or do X, Y, and Z to get this rare character, right? You just had to grind the game, and it was so tedious and so boring, especially since the roster was so big. Like, it's such a big roster. Unlocking all those characters was an absolute pain. I even tried doing like a speed run to see how that would work, and it's just not fun. Like, it's just not great. And I wanted to kind of go from there to a game that just recently came out that's a little bit more aligned with Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, and that's Mario Kart World. And I know people get mad when I compare the two, but they are in direct competition of one another. Heck, the mascots are literally created as competitors. Sonic was created to compete with Mario. So if you get upset about me comparing the two, I don't know what to tell you. It's been like that since Sonic's inception. So basically, Mario Kart World, all the characters are, I wouldn't say unlocked, but they're all pretty much there. And the only thing you really unlock are the skins, are the different like clothing and costumes that they can wear. There are a few characters here and there that you unlock, but everything is random, and it's really irritating. Sure, there's like the core roster. Now that I'm saying this out loud, I realize I am misspeaking. There's a few characters that you unlock just by completing the Grand Prix. Okay, that's fine. I'm not angry about that. But these costumes and these rare enemy characters, you have to be in a specific zone and get a like food bag in order to get the costume, or someone has to use a specific power-up and you have to get lucky and get turned into an enemy type to unlock it. And they already got a lot of flack for this, but I just want to emphasize, like, that's not very fun, because then your roster is really just like keep playing our game until you unlock these characters. It's like you're rolling the dice every time, and I really didn't like that. And I'm worried that, not that CrossWorlds would be the same, but I'm just more so worried that the roster is pretty much going to be handed to you, because they know so many people are fans of these characters that they're going to be disappointed if they boot up the game ready to play Silver, and Silver is, locked, right? Now, I understand that once you get the digital deluxe version, once you get the DLCs, once you get like the third-party characters, they're just going to be given to you. You're not going to have to unlock them. That's almost More annoying is paying for a character and then having to unlock the character after you paid for it. That would be ridiculous. I think maybe the Suicide Squad game did something similar to that, where like you had to buy the battle pass and then grind to get the character. Absolutely insane. I don't think they would do anything like that. So that's not my concern. My concern is you get all the characters at once. I want to be challenged. I want to be able to play the game and have an incentive to try different modes and different things and different characters to unlock extra stuff. It could be something similar to, like, hey, you want to unlock Silver? You have to win a race with Sonic and Shadow first. You know, like these more niche ways to get the characters. I know some people would be really annoyed by that, and I get that. It's all kind of opinion-based for now, but I am going to be a little bit upset if when I boot up CrossWorlds, there's no unlockables in the sense of characters. It's all just car parts, customizable parts, extreme gear. That's still fun to unlock and stuff, but I really like that special character unlocking, right? And once again, I'm not quite sure yet how that's going to look. I haven't touched the game yet. Maybe they'll reveal more. Maybe I haven't looked well enough into the news. If I'm wrong, you guys will let me know in the comments. I know that. But this is just something that's been on my mind as we get closer and closer to the release of this game that I'm excited for. And I know it's a very niche and nitpicky thing to be upset about, and it's not going to ruin my overall experience of the game when it comes out if all the characters are unlocked, but I am going to be a little bit disappointed. It would be really good to have a balanced roster to begin with. I always like looking at Sonic Riders, the original, because it's one of my favorite Sonic Racing games and Sonic games, to be honest. I'll admit it. It's a short, not very perfect game, but I still adore it, and nostalgia is crazy. You start off with Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and the Babylon Rogues. So you have a decent-sized roster, but then you can unlock more characters. By completing a hero story, you unlock Shadow, Rouge, and Cream, and by beating the Babylon story mode, you unlock Dr. Eggman, new variant tracks, and the Air Rider, which is like the motorcycle version of Extreme Gear. On top of this, you can unlock even more characters that aren't even Sonic characters, they're Sega characters. Not really third party, they're still part of the same, like publisher, but it's still cool. AI, Knights, ooh la la, you have to complete all the mission modes. And then on top of that, you can get the robot variants, E10000R and E10000G. Those are very ridiculous unlockables. I think it's like 15 hours and like 50 hours in Sonic Riders, which is insane. Like, I love Sonic Riders, but I don't play it that much. So like, those are really hard unlockables that I would be a little bit against. The timed ones are a little bit ridiculous. Like even Mewtwo and Melee, where you have to play 12 hours of Smash Bros. In order to get Mewtwo. Like, those are a little bit more like, okay, what are we doing here? But I digress. You even get a supersonic character once you gold all stages or all missions in Sonic Riders, which is a cool little 100% completionist sort of achievement and unlockable. And these are the things that I would like to see come back CrossWorlds. It's not really FOMO. It's not really like, oh, I want to play my favorite character, but I can't because I have to unlock them. It's like, yeah, you got to play the game a little bit to get them. And I think that's okay. I think that'll allow people to really sit with the game, try different things, as long as it's linear and it makes sense, and you don't have to go through anything like random to get the characters. Like, I don't want to have to like get a specific travel ring in a race and go to a specific track or stage in order to unlock that stage. Because if it's randomized and it's online, like, that's going to be a little bit more challenging to do. I don't want to have to, go to these randomized travel rings to unlock specific characters. I think that would be a bit ridiculous. So there's a balance, right? And I know, once again, I'm being nitpicky, and I'm kind of just going on and on about what I want. But I think there's a few people that would agree with me. And I would like to know down in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you think we should get the full CrossWorlds roster off rip as soon as you boot up the game? Or do you think it would be good to unlock the characters in reasonable ways, where it's not randomized, it's not, luck-based, and it's not just grinding hours of the game, like, oh, every 5 minutes you unlock a character, because that's not fun. But fun is subjective, so who knows? I'm just a guy on the internet. I'm OCDsaster, and I hope you have a super Sonic rest of your day. See ya.